No, not really. Buddy.
Please stay on your side of the guardrail. For my sake.
That should be a bumper sticker.
I don't want you near me. We're over here.
You know, bad enough I almost forgot the guy was in the matchup. I also cannot fill Corey's shoes by catching the coveted T-shirt of Kellen Thomas.
I know. Where's his mitts? He's a long guy. He's got those long fingers. He just grasps them out of the air.
Hey, he really does have a tight grip on things.
Corey.
It's got
Whitney,
nothing to do with his marital status.
We miss you. I'm glad you're back because I forgot about the bell as well. Things are just... Oh, the heat is getting to us all here on Throwdown.
It really is. You know, I
some
figured I'd
lemonade.
keep it casual, no jacket. I'm still sweating up a storm. But nonetheless, enough about us, more about the competition in the ring. If you notice now, it's just AJP and Jack Connor at the moment.
Is it a tag match?
I'm not even going to pretend to be informed. I'm just an accessory here, folks. Well, meeting of the minds. And now we got fresh tags made. And I don't think DOC and the Buff DAD really strategized on this one. They both just wanted in the ring. Are they going to do battle? Are they going to scrap it out, John Roy?
I don't think so. Buff Dad getting the pin. No.
Wow, that cagey Buff Dad just in an attempt to get himself a victory. He tries to pull a fast one.
Neither man successful.
In this case, would you call that a schoolboy or a schoolman style pin?
That's a I don't know. What's a headmaster? Be a headmaster pin?
Yeah, let's call it that. I'm with that. Instead of a schoolboy headmaster pin, I like it. Snug collar and elbow tie up. Shifting to a headlock does the wily veteran Kellen Thomas. You know, he doesn't necessarily consider himself a veteran. And I don't necessarily like to call him as such because that gives you the implication that he's just, you know, he's old, a little past his prime. You can't say that about this guy. He is knee-deep in his prime, shining bright like a diamond.
Like the song.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Beautiful bridge there. Like a diamond. Callaway checking. Connor getting back up. Fighting through it to the arm drag.
Could have been looking for that arm drag a little bit too early on his way up. You can see him shifting his body weight, trying to brace it in a different fashion. And Buff Dad not about to get himself tagged into this matchup willingly. DOC and Jack Connor square off.
Like two gazelles. Oh, Jack Connor tagging in Buff Dad. Back at the standoff once again.
I mean, there's a lot of wildlife in this room, but I'm not sure anyone here has the grace of a gazelle, John Roy.
I mean, Buff Dad's always on the prowl for cougars.
This is true.
And Kellen gets the tag. Breaking up the moment between Doc Shady and Buff Dad. Oh, real close to those ropes. Kellen rolling out.
Kellen Thomas losing about all of his patience, and now things are starting to spill wide open between these five competitors. The advantage held by the Old Age Outlaws has disintegrated. AJP!
Right in front of the stairs.
Wow. This kid throwing complete caution to the wind on a school night, for that matter.
Speaking of throwing caution to the wind, we're going to need some medics out here after the match. I'm surprised Buff Dad can still stand after that.
Well, wait a minute.
And now here comes Kellen like a missile, taking everybody down.
A pair of daredevil dives completed by both AJP and Kellen Thomas. And now the action in this matchup is turned up to a high volume. Kellen Thomas piecing apart his adversaries on the outside.
And you know things are serious. Buff Dad starts throwing strikes like that.
Look at this.
Here comes Jack Connor on the top rope to the concrete.
Crazy old Jack Connor catching some hang time.
I'm waiting for the referee to jump now. Oh, Doc Shady. Doc Shady, don't do it. How's your Medicare? Are your benefits paid?
I mean, he's got VA benefits. He's all right. I mean, he won't have to pay for it, but they might do some shoddy work. Well, enough of that.
Come on, Doc, don't do it. Oh. Kellen putting a stop to it. Doc fires back with the lefts. And a right.
Beautiful breakdance 360 kick cover here.
2.
Just a 2 count, says Callaway. We are 4 minutes into this matchup, but now approaching the 4.5-minute mark. And we have not had a single elimination in this bout yet. Both the Old Age Outlaws are occupying a lot of time early on in the beginning phases, but now Kellen Thomas really has turned up things quite a bit. AJP riding that same wave of momentum.
He's got all of it right now. Doc Shady stuck in that corner. And AJP, arms open as the fans gaze upon everyone in the ring, trying to figure out what's going to happen next.
Doc Shady with a fierce whip lands AJP across the other side of the ring, finishing off with a beautiful European uppercut. And there's that tag team strategy being applied here.
Very nasty uppercut. That shot, not so nasty, but after the abuse AJ just took, enough to take him down.
And here's the thing, John Roy. Yeah, you can look at each individual and break them down and say who has a better winning-loss record than the other. But the clear advantage, in my opinion, goes to Shady, goes to Buff Dad. You know, they're going to have a team mentality. They're tag team specialists.
AJP knocking himself out of the ring to get the tag to Jack Connor. He's got that foot of Buff Dad. That's his swiveling foot. Come on, man. Can't quite see what's going on. I don't know about your vantage point, Bob. I can see Buff Dad trying to make the tag to Doc Shady, the closest person to him in the ring.
But Jack Connor's got himself a good, nasty grip on that heel lock.
Buff Dad's face right now. I think he's about to have an aneurysm.
And Connor's starting to really utilize that speed of his. You know, we don't know Buff Dad to be one of the more swift of our competitors, and Jack Connor is exploiting that right now, keeping his adversary thoroughly grounded.
You know, Buff Dad's had quite a number of facelifts, too, actually, so I heard when he wiggles his toes, his mouth moves. As he goes for that tackle.
Cover here applied, using that height to his advantage, a shoulder block sends Connor square to the canvas. And Buff Dad wisely electing for the tag. Doc Shady back into this matchup.
Jack Connor now into the corner.
There's more of that strategy on display, John Roy. Look at where they're keeping most of the competition.
Yeah, who would have thought Buff Dad and Doc Shady, the two smartest guys in the ring right now.
And Connor now has the plan in motion, stopped dead in its tracks. Fighting off both of the Old Age Outlaws, goes for that back body drop. It's a bit too early, though.
Doc going up. Buff Dad, oh, easy, boys. Again, patented maneuvers. Buff Dad goes for the pin. 2, 3. Jack Connor.
Jack Connor has been eliminated.
Out of the matchup. AJP with the cheap shot on the outside.
The Sultan Swivel's awfully proud of himself. But AJP, in all of his cunning nature, gets him to turn his back. Oh!
It's a dad strength. Backspin to the corner. It's just outrunning Buff Dad now.
Single leg dropkick sends his adversary to the canvas.
Right to his coccyx.
AJP with a jackknife style pin.
Great. Buff Dad is out.
But Buff Dad has been eliminated.
Buff Dad get taken out by the coccyx drop. Who would have thought?
It's not what he calls that move.
It's what it's called now.
Now things have broken down yet again. AJP and Kellen Thomas, two individuals who also have somewhat of a history among one another. Who will prevail in this contest? Oh! Jumping Hangman's neckbreaker lands.
2. Kicking out.
And folks joining us on commentary.
Buff Dad here.
The Sultan of Swivel.
Taking that brutal coccyx drop. Here's a foam pad you can sit on.
Oh, that hurt so much.
I mean, it sounds like it did, Dad. How you faring, buddy?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you look
Bobby,
it.
I need mouth to mouth.
I don't think I can help you out there. I'm not CPS certified.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Kellen Thomas dumps him out. Double leg style pin. AJP has been eliminated.
You're out of here, pal.
That's what he gets for doing what he did to me.
Well, I mean, look.
I still like him, though.
Look, man, I got to say, I was talking about this with John Roy and informing our viewers from home. This might have been in a single elimination-style matchup, but you and Doc Shady having a clear tag team-based stratagem, you prevailed very well. Doc's one of the last remaining few in this matchup.
Doc's going to win this. He's going to beat Kellen. Kellen's great, but Doc's better.
I don't know if I'd go that far. You're talking about a former Firebrand champion at Kellen Thomas.
Two-time.
Yeah. Doc Shady has a clear advantage right now.
Oh, his back.
Shake, rattling on my hip.
Oh, his back.
2. Oh, his back.
My hips.
Your hip, his back. Who's what and who's crack?
Tyler Calloway surveying the competition here as we're just 10 minutes into this matchup now. You got to wonder who has the stamina to go the distance.
I don't think Buff Dad.
No. I'm dying.
Right now, after a kick to the head like that, I don't think Doc has it either.
Oh, come on, Doc.
Now he's got that ripcord gator roll applied. The modified Falcon's arrow. Kellen Thomas could be on the verge of
1,
victory.
2.
Cover here.
No!
Oh.
Only a 2 count.
Calloway insists that this match will continue. Doc Shady going the distance with Kellen Thomas.
He is a canvas hair away from that canvas.
Do you see what I got to put up with now all night?
I love you, John Roy.
Thank you.
Your tag team partner seated up on that top turnbuckle there, Dad. Kellen Thomas, ooh, the signature southpaw.
He's getting set up. He's getting set up for the Swanton. You watch.
Doc firing back with his elbows.
I didn't even think about that. That's an inadvertent setup placement right there by Kellen Thomas. This could end very poorly for him.
I told you, Doc has it all. 17 years experience.
And he speaks Russian.
He does?
Well, he spoke Russian.
I'm sure it's still in there.
I'm not sure quite how that works,
Who's
but
got
nonetheless.
a chair? Let's find out.
Dad, I hate to say it, but I think you're right, man. The DOC up at that top buckle.
You might speak.
Oh, misses with the somersault senton. Drop toe hold applied.
Oh, come on, Doc.
Thomas now
Come
has
on,
a
Doc. Don't
crossface
tap.
applied.
Don't tap. Come on, Doc.
Doc fighting back. I don't know if he's. Oh, he's tapping. Sorry, Buff Dad. Sorry, Doc.
That's all right. Riot is awesome.